Let's also start that up again. Play the Cyberpunk 2077 ad. Can't wait. There we go. This doesn't look good. Kickback then as well. No more ads.
No more bloody ads.
For the honkin' good time. Thank you very much for that sub. Lots of snakes. That it is yeah, they're too close, that's why. That is quite the traffic jam we got going on there. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know how I feel about Cyberpunk 2077 at this point. I'm not entirely sold on it yet. Have these 4 lanes some places and 2 in others that congested areas? It's start off life is all 2-lane, and I've just been slow to upgrade. They're writing your masters on it. Yeah, so this really needed to be upgraded sooner. Is it coming out? It's looks like a month away, isn't it? Or do they delay it again? Next train, 2 max length trains. Yeah, it's about right for me. I try and aim for a bare minimum 1. Oh boy. Yeah, November. Of course, we'll expand out to the full thingy there. Actually, undo that. Let's just do regular 4-lane for now. So, I'm going to square off this here. Told the dev team to crunch. I need to get rid of this stone patch, and then I'll straighten it out properly. Yeah, it's going to come in, well, it's going to come in there, but I'll have it there for now. This needs to reroute down to there. Squeeze through. Can you squeeze through, please? Bye. Alright, how about you? Go just round the block or something? Change script schedule and made up for their mistake. Then told them to crunch. I mean, CD Projekt Reds, they're not the heroes they're made out to be. They're on way too high of a pedestal. I mean, they're above average, don't get me wrong, but they're not heroes. Which months I'm delaying your purchase till July 2021? That's a good move. You really shouldn't be pre-ordering anything like that. If you're pre-ordering something sight unseen, that's a terrible move. Wait for deal on Steam. Probably going to be waiting a while. Steam doesn't really do the deals like they used to. Did I trap a train? No. Nothing worse than trapping a train. A wild train can be very dangerous when it's trapped. RTX 3000. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on RTX 3000s as well. I'm interested in the 3070. Last time you pre-ordered was Borderlands 2? I don't remember what the last pre-order I did was. I mean, it was a sure bet. GTX 980, ooh, goes back better ways. I'm on a... What am I on now? I'm on 1070. Before that was two GTX 670s. 1050 looks great, but I don't want to buy another more board. Don't just use the socket. It'll be interesting to see what comes of Zen 3. I pre-ordered WoW, I'm not sure if we'll be even playing it. $260, 560 Ti to 980. I mean, 980 is still a pretty solid card. I actually tried Quake 2 RTX on the 1070. 1070 wasn't a fan. I mean, even with GPU scaling maxed, it was at least able to do 17 FPS. But it's yeah, it's on the struggle bus, we'll say, at least. It's definitely the 10 series cards on trying to do the RTX is definitely on the struggle bus. You have a 970 now? 970 had the weird RAM, didn't it? Had a Voodoo 3. Oh, Voodoo 3. Those were weird, weren't they? Seem to remember them being a very weird card. Okay, so we lost signal somewhere. Why? So I can build turn lanes within the center. i7 920 build hooked up to the entertainment area. Ooh, that's an old i7. I still have my i7 2600 somewhere. My first i7. I still have my Core 2 Duo somewhere as well. That's a classic. Yeah, so these allow for turn lanes. $960 sitting unused. I actually got it out recently. I was going to stick it in the i3. There it is. One unit of 1070, not 1070, GTX 670, 2 gigabyte. Turns out it doesn't fit. Cramming a full-length card into a ITX case is surprisingly difficult. Now, these two. I could use this as like a render card, if anything. I wonder what happens if I put it in my PC and see if I can use it as a CUDA target. All in the back of the case. It's not so much the back, it's the front and the top and everything. You know, RX 370 before the reviews show up. RX 6000, that's... Yeah. I mean, given AMD's history, I'm sure they'll screw up the drivers somehow. Like, given the opportunity, they will screw it up. So yeah, where is it there? PCI riser cable? I have for other applications. Where is it? There it is. 4, 8, 12, 16. Come follow me, please. Spidey brains. Originate that Radeon driver is 10% of the Linux kernel source code by lines of code. What GPU? That was a GTX 670. This one. There. Eh. Oop, off the thingy. Still got the DVI plug. The blanking plug for the DVI still on it. Amazingly, because I use DisplayPort. Dusty. Smells funny. You have your original system with a 97920 upgrade to a 660 Ti as well as the old GTX 660 in the wardrobe in Australia. And try a new system with you here in Germany. 8, 12, 16. So that's the next piece. This is the more basic, uh-oh. Not again. I walked right past the spider squad. Of all things, do you please not hump the Roboport? Please! Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to lay off the Roboport. Also, this big biter is as big as a Roboport. That's not concerning at all. Sir, I say, sir, please stop humping the Roboport. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your cooperation. Source drivers, them to integrate. To show what? Oh, kernel drivers are compiled if they're needed. Spread them out a bit. They're better if there's a dense group, isn't it? Because that's an attack squad, not a defense squad. Where do they come from? Oh, down there. Okay. I see how it is. Follow. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's water. It's nice looking this section. Yeah. This was one I developed a little while ago. This is an older style one. This was the first version. This was the version that preceded this monstrosity. So this is a jacked up version of that other one. This is just a tweaked out version of this one. So this is the same thing, but without the... Actually in line they are. Excellent. Yes, this is a version with... Fishy. That was surprisingly specific. Don't need that anymore. I might need to actually summon the landfill train. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. And then that goes in there. Just climbing the spider and it makes it build faster. The problem with this intersection is if you use the wrong pieces, then the whole thing goes out of whack. Probably really doesn't need to be big 4-lane anyway. I guess it's time to summon the landfill train. I could probably reduce it down to one of the more basic intersections. Yeah. Passed it again? I did. Okay. What have I got for 4 to 2s? Well, something like that, but diagonal is what I'd like. Hmm. Got some dense trees. Not anymore, it's not. Have one more. Is loading a train with 8 lanes, both sides, exactly the same as loading 2 trains with 4 lanes each side? More or less, yeah. There is a bit of quirkiness when you're doing either side, but if it goes through a balancer, it's basically the same. More or less the same. Oh, I know what'll work here. Probably this one of these. I'm running out of track. Ah, the landfill train's here. You just hang out here. Do your thing. And what I'll do is I'll do 2 reducers there. Perfect. Simple. Plastic on spine. I'm producing it at the oil base itself. So it's making it... We're making acid on demand, however. So acid is made at the sites which need acid. So it's plastic is like this. So oil comes in, oil comes in the bottom, coal and the plastic trains come in the top, and it makes plastic. 47k at the minute. That's one of the old coal trains. Still going. Yeah, it's repeated 9 times. And then somewhere down here, yep, changes to acid or sulfur. Sulfur gets sent to batteries over here, which then get turned into, so it turns it into sulfuric acid at the ends. There. So it gets fed in at the corners. It's actually running a little low. I need a little bit more unload. Oh no, it's got 2. Actually Actually overloaded? Yeah, overloaded. And similar story with blues up here. So it's making acid right here. Advantage of that is it means I only need to train sulfur around, and sulfur is a gradient of blue packs. Something I've never actually done before. It's worked out pretty well. What do you got? You got a little bit left. Enough to work with, I think. This can connect into these and those, and this can go up and across. That'll help separate everything out. Yeah, and this will be a full-on junction eventually, because this will be the main feeder out to the outposting continents that I was planning on doing. In your own time. Yeah, this was meant to be a split day too. I was meant to do some other stuff. I actually want to start on Foundation again at some point. Build a nice little town in that game. Which I haven't looked at in a long time. It's changed quite a bit. It's a lot more stable and you can do a lot more in the game now. You've actually run out of track, haven't you? Yes, you have. Destiny. Oh, you'd be about Destiny, wouldn't you? I don't know if I can do Destiny. I don't know if anyone will watch me play Destiny as well. That being the bigger problem of the two. Destiny is... It's... hit and miss. You gotta be really keen on the idea of collecting stuff. Oh yeah, the story's good. Definitely. The story's good. Story is really good. It's just that it doesn't really have anything beyond the story, like... I don't know. It just doesn't grab me for some reason. All the other stuff... Oh, I need to get rid of the landfill. Alright. Floop. There we go. Good as new. Ooh, why are you complaining? Oh good, it's nothing serious. It's always a little worrying when that complains. Freestone. Just what I always wanted. Yeah, I've played through most of the story stuff. Even the story stuff gets boring at times. The actual running and gunning. It's just such a... I think for me, Destiny... it's too much of a vanilla run and gun. It just doesn't add anything. Better as a TV show, movie, book than a game? Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. I can see what you're saying. Right, that's got that moving. It's also, because they release it in parts, it's hard to keep track of everything. You gotta, like, when you get fed the story in little pieces, it's hard to stay invested. It was like that with Borderlands as well. As the updates come through, you just don't want to care about anyone. You're not like not invested in anyone because it's like I don't really remember this person that may or may not have been part of the game like a year ago. Admittedly, if the character leaves enough of an impression, Tiny Tina, you are invested. But otherwise, yeah. Or Moxie. Admittedly, that's actually something that I guess they did really well with Borderlands, was that they had characters who were memorable. So you could actually stay invested. Alright. In fact, I think that's something that Borderlands was. Like, the story was pretty boring, but the characters made up for it. Where the hell is it there? Oh, that track lag. The track lag is real. That track lag is real. Oh, there's a biter. You mind not eating my precious radars? Please. Oh, we're hitting biters there, that's why. Okay. Okay. You're one of them. You lot. These are the static defense spiders. One, two, three. That had been nuked by accident. If I had accidentally put nukes into the spider again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I kidding? I never put nukes in by accident. They're very deliberate. Oh, I appear to be out of track. Yeah, it wouldn't be ideal, would it now? Summon the other one. Like the laziest way to do it. then send this one on its way. See how far it gets. Tell it to go there. See if it gets stuck there. Oh, hello, Spideys. Suppose I could just leave the spiders on the radar, if anything. Because the spiders will eventually find their way to the radar. It's what they do best. If there's a radar, the spiders will find them. Like that. Back there. Probably a reason why I didn't do it like that, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm probably going to be reminded of what it is fairly quickly. Likewise that. Don't know why it's like that, but I'm probably going to get reminded pretty quick. Right, can you back up a little bit? Try not to destroy everything as you're backing up, ideally. That track lag. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We'll use this one, slightly modified. Ah, crap. God, I still had that one selected. Right, this should get everything going again. Oh, almost. I gotta plug in the last little bit, then that's it. I think the next step is to upgrade the outpost again to use the control system. Yeah, ball something up. Like this entire thing. Like that. There we go. Everything should be happy again. Almost. Alright. Hey, Blind Via, how you doing? Intricate rail system? Yeah, this is the over-engineered rail system. How you doing? Doing great? Oh, wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. Right about there. Damn it, wrong button. There it is. Rail system looks beautiful. This is what you do when you're trying to avoid, when you don't have bridges and tunnels. Go. Huh. This one also has the double signals. I got stuck there. Oh dear. I think the spider's just got a bit of a leg problem there. Just stretching his legs. Oh dear. So do I have lots need to wiggle the little legs over to the copper smelter. I'm trying not to die in the process. Oop, just went yellow. Yeah, the rail blueprint there is meant to. It's meant to minimize trains blocking tracks when they're waiting to turn. Alright, I'm just going to sit here for a minute. While that gets emptied. So yeah, everything's split into turn lanes, and then there's 4 turning because each turning lane is split into pairs. That way, pairs of trains can cross if it gets backed up. Ends up being a very high throughput junction. The ones at the back just go through normally. I think there's still a bit of a bottleneck. I might need to extend it out even further to get a run up into that. Maybe even pair through that. I think this one's split. Good. Yeah, it does. It splits there. I probably should move the split further up. Yep. The problem is that this thing's already pretty massive as it is. And to do that, it's going to make it even bigger. But that's the next optimization on it. This is a simplified version. This is the precursor to it. Doesn't need as much attention. It's high throughput, but it doesn't. But it doesn't quite achieve the same throughput. All right. Still going? Yeah, we're still going. Everything's rolling again. Need to fatten up that still. But we've cleaned up around here. We've brought this down along there, and so we've spaced out these junctions, so it shouldn't be as much of a problem. Shouldn't be as much of a problem anymore. What are we at? Some more time. How are we doing over here? Still running the one. Oh, you demanding a bit of everything, aren't you, right now? Low on load. Oh, low on control units this time. There's a new one. What are you missing? Greens. Master Nubsy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm actually short on green circuits now. I don't know if that's caused by the track works that I did before or something else. Oh, we're over 200,000 now. That's good. We still need to get up to like 500,000. There's a lot more to do, actually, for me. Doing good tonight. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Just trying to expand on the outposting. So many outposts are needed right now. Like crazy amount of outposts. I'm gonna need my control system for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in the struggle bus. Boop. Actually, let's see what other. Well, I'm thinking. Hmm. Back to starter, I think. Got one spider. One spider's up there, and there's the other one. Almost need to fill in some of this lake so the spiders can actually squeeze through. It's getting to the point where I'm going to need an outposting train. Spiders are not doing it. In theory, the spiders can do it. It's just too much distance for them now. Is the monster alive? It is alive. It is most definitely alive. I mean, it's not being... Oh. You, stay there. What? Come down here. Let's punch him up even more. Really excited. I even started playing again. Oh yeah, for the train stop changes. They're gonna be good. They are gonna be good. I was venturing way off down there. Finally, Megabases can be fun. There's so many little things we'll be able to do with them. So many little things will make it so much better. Admittedly, I probably wanted that. Maybe my outposts won't be clogging up with trains like they normally do. Yeah, you go up there. I think it's still missing mining drills, which is stopping it from running more trains. Players for spiders, build rails, out the outpost, then build train can be summoned to help it build the outpost. The problem I have is that I still need something to come out, and it needs to pre-build like the roboport, the first roboport, and all that, and just to seed it. Like it needs you need 4 stack. The bare minimum to start this is the train stop roboports, 4 stack filter inserters, and 4 storage chests. So for Christmas, hopefully. I mean, they said they're more than halfway through, which kind of implies that they said they're more than halfway through, which implies that we will see it before Christmas, but at the same time, we know what they're like. They have a tendency to take too long. Alright, Spideys. Something I might also... when I've done this, I'm going to try some nuclear experiments. I want to see what happens if I disable all nuclear. And then use an electric energy interface. See what the UPS saving is. Seeing as though it's dipping so much. All boss were lost in the process. But these are the casualties of war, unfortunately. In war there are always casualties. As regrettable as it is. It is unavoidable. Now, do I have the thing still in the memory? I do. There we go. It's another one cut off. Another entry point shut down. I just got to get down here now. I'll bring some track down. Maybe an artillery point too. Maybe. Yay. An exception to the rule. There. Ew. So what are we going to lash onto here? What are we going to lash onto? There's a patch there. There's a bunch down here. I see a fair amount down here. Not for now. Because I'm not particularly feeling it. Oh, there it is. Just reduce it down to 2-lane. Just use the 2-lane to get the skeleton, and then we'll change it from there. So I'm using diagonals just because this will be probably a 4-lane. In fact, I might even end up bringing it like right across and then down. Maybe. We'll see. Need to get this in more than anything else. Need to get it in. Get the initial supply line running. Signals already? Also need to upgrade this to the 4-lane desperately. Oh boy, does it need to be 4-lane? That's so good being able to to use the grid rails because you can see exactly where it is on the map. You can plan it out. Like, I know I need to squeeze through there to hit that track there. Something I didn't really appreciate enough originally. Further? Right here. Almost out of track now. I guess I can take down trees. I can still plan it out as well. Sorta. In fact, I could do one better. You kids down here you are. I can plan it out using the other spider. I don't even need to go over there. Fair enough. Okay. Still 1,000 modules needed. Got to use points to unlock another remote. Then I remember these times. I mean, you can still do it anyway. I don't mind. Oh dear. Best emotes on Twitch. Definitely not, hashtag totally not biased. Spidey does all the work. There's a problem with this sort of late game is it's all this sort of stuff repetitively over and over again. Process designing your first emote. Ooh, nice. What's it going to be? Gonna tell? Or is it going to be a secret? Where's that? Oh, it's almost here. They're just coming along. Oh, it'll be you. Don't be like me and spend a year trying to figure out what the first one will be. Took me like a year before I figured out what I wanted. Where do we get the first lot of emotes? It's an exciting emote for when you start streaming. I think I went from, what was it? It was like October or November 2017? Oh, we're out of track. It took all the way until like November 2018 before we finally got them. It's a long time. They should actually be powered too, shouldn't they? No? Joking about lack of emotes. Yeah. Originally it was, I didn't know what to do, and then it became, well, originally it was half joking, like, I wonder how long I can go without emotes, but there's still, I was always thinking I do need them. Don't have all the super fancy people to make emotes, commissioning someone to cover profile pic. Yeah. I went pretty hard on the commissioning in the end. My trouble is I had to go backwards. Because his partner kind of snuck up. I say snuck up, it kind of just happened. Left hand. That was a weird time. Can't really get away with, like, you can't really get partner on a whim like you used to. Well, there's more to it than that, really. Here seemed like it was a lot easier. Doesn't seem to be anymore. Right. Now it should be powered. Yep, there we go. Alright, Death Squad. Move out. The next one will be along here. Not used to left-hand trains? See if his project Death Squad be done. Oh, nice. That'd be cool. Check it out. Is that... Oh, no. I was like, is that a spider? No. Is it a spider? No, it isn't. Fortunately. You go over there. Ooh, more trains waiting. It's actually backed up. It's probably bottlenecked somewhere else, that means. How does one measure units of stair? Yeah. Did I have a second copper 5? It's usually an unmetered stair. The stair. You know what, let's do it. Seeing as though the copper smelter is fully backed, we've got to call it. Got to call it done. It's just wasting time now. Hey, hello train, bye bye train. I grab these two, bring them up here. This one can resume its support duties. And having that crap again. Looks like you've defeated a biter. Very nice. Flickering. You are. That's not good. It doesn't know what to do with itself. Go over there. Oops. Okay, ball something up there. Oh, and I've maxed out your storage. Smart's doing smart things, of course. I wonder what I did wrong. I've made it oscillate somehow. I'm done. Oh boy. What's this melting? Only 88k. 113k. It seems a little low. Given that I've maxed out the entire thing. So they're probably split networks, they are. Get out of here. Yep. I'll purge the excess bots. So, greater than 100. $38. Oh. It's supposed to add, not subtract. That's why. That's why I was acting up. That means I need to fix it over here. Yeah. Ooh, it's actually loading. Nominally fairly quickly. Respond to custom colors? It does, yeah. White seems to be the best combination. The colors seem a little bright. For the most part. Look at that, see, it just yeets through and bypasses me. That's the whole idea of that setup. Yeah, see here, it just jams up. I need to do a crossover. I think that might be too short. Oh, definitely. We're sitting at 55 as well now. This place is definitely getting busy. Did I cut that off? Yep. It'd be nice to get this thing up fully too. This one's been a long time coming. It's dangerously low on power. Dangerously close to max power. Yeah, I'll do this then, or have a look at power. So I'm still curious about the. God damn, massive. How much nuclear is consuming? theory, this should just drop right in. In theory. I didn't need a shift click, so that's a good sign. Networks joined again? They are. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Now I've got to play the tuning game. Go. I need to do a bit of this wiggling thing too, to push trains down. Everything else should otherwise be in the network, so it should just build itself. Yes. Please blow up any cliffs that get in the way. This is just copper. So that's 14 smelter arrays. 14? 12. 12 or 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 smelters for copper. Yeah, just a little bit a minute. I think the goal was 700,000 a minute for copper smelting. Now, I've been quoting random numbers. Let's check. Survey says... Right one. 382,000. 487,000. I must have been quoting the 16k base. So about 400,000 of each. It should do. Okay, so we're 200,000 still. So it's about a third of the way, and this is about halfway, which makes sense if we're doing about half the science rate per minute. Half the science a minute that it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, it includes military. So it is able to do all of the sciences a minute. Really need to move that oil outpost though. It's kind of in the way. Kind of in the way. Excellent. You wouldn't even know, apart from this tiny little patch of copper, you wouldn't even know there was a copper outpost in there. That's going to take a while. Train update it? Yes. It's 2, approaching 3. I have a feeling a lot of that is me hammering the stops. Copper exit, they keep bunching up. Is it because... Yeah, it's because they can... The copper exit isn't done still. Yeah, it's caught on something. A lot of pollution extending down there, and they're still pushing. It's still pushing there. That's going to be a problem. I'm still hopeful for a choke point down here. A build that doesn't use substations? No, because I went to a build that doesn't have substations. Yeah, they're all forced to one lane there, but this is it's meant to the oil outpost in the way. I need to move that oil outpost out the way, and it's meant to join up back to here. It's actually meant to go 2 places. One of them's meant to go to here, and another one's meant to pass over to here. Electrical network looks high. Oh. Electric? That is very high, actually. That is remarkably high. So some station, I've never heard of substations consuming UPS. That's worryingly high, actually. As I say, like, I've never heard of substations using more. Oh, they're better. I've never heard of one pole being better than another. News to me. I know splitting networks is a problem. There may be a split network somewhere. That's the case. Small power poles are bad. I wonder if there is a split network somewhere. Too many connections. It's the connections. So something like that is not ideal. I mean, that doesn't help too. I mean, that is actually substations. I need to go through and clean them up. It doesn't need that many. Anyway, we wanted to come down here. Try out something. Alright. So... You see no evidence in power lag? Yeah, I haven't heard of anything about it. I'm curious to find out more. So 390. Say 380. 380, 1230. '80, 1230. Double connection, we just build right. Apparently that's coming in the next update as well. So apparently... Oh, no crossing lines. Apparently blue printable poles is coming. 900... Say... 900? 900... 60. Alright. Now I just gotta find my thing. You. Right, there's the command. And we're sitting at 57 right now. Oh, it's not best reference. We're sitting on the edge of 60. Right, left top was 380. 1230. Bottom right was 900 by 1560. Right. So those should all switch off. Yeah, so now everything's out of power. So that's where we bring in this thing. So now we're running off the electric energy interface. Yeah, save it for Gorex. You can actually run nuclear one uranium processing centrifuge can run a reactor too. So if you have like 4 reactors, you can have 4 centrifuges dedicated just to running reactors. It actually produces just enough to run them. So you could do 6, and then you have a whole bunch of others just making the enriched stuff. So yeah, these are still running, and they're consuming fuel, but we're running off this thing now. The time usage is now 14.5. So we gained 1-ish. 1 to 1.5 in time usage just by doing that. Also, I want to move that. So that's really interesting. It's actually quite a significant... It's a significant gain, but it's also not a huge gain. Like, it's not as much as it ever used to be. Here we go. You're hitting 34, which is maxing out this slot anyway. So afraid because I don't understand it? It's really easy. It's actually really easy. Main thing to remember is that nothing can actually go wrong. Like, if you do something wrong, nothing will explode. So you don't need to worry. Yeah, what was the raw gain? 14.8, 15? Not a lot. 14? Maybe 1? What is that? 16 milliseconds out of 60. It's like 1 frame. Oh yeah, they explode on taking damage, but otherwise, like, you have to try to break them otherwise. Yeah, so only gained 1. Yeah, the only thing that can go wrong is it doesn't work. Yeah, it even surprised me. I wasn't sure at first. Then I built it and I was like, oh, it actually is pretty simple. I need to do a video discussing the basics of nuclear. Like a lot of people go into really dense ratios and calculations and don't go over the basics. Like the simple things. They build them on lakes because the water demand is just so high. Like, so this row of heat exchangers here needs three offshore pumps. That's so much water. Yeah, you just need a huge volume of water. Yeah, before I turned it off. See, look at this. My fuel water consumption's only 200,000 now. If I go back, see here, I'm consuming 20 million water. 20 million water before with the nuclear. Or 18 million, 19 million. Say 19.5 million water. With the nuclear that I have. It's a lot of water. But yeah, also to minimize UPS. So first reason it's built on a lake is because so much water. Second one is UPS because pipes and all that to minimize the pipe travel. But that also comes back around to the first one, is that pipe travel, because there's so much water, you end up having weirdness if you do any longer pipes. Dealing with global network power not power network. I'm actually kind of curious. What has that done to the power manager? Oh no, it's still the same. I'm going to have to investigate that, see what it is. Yeah, but that wasn't a significant gain in UPS though. In all honesty, it's not great. It goes to show I wasn't lying when I said that the gains from the cost of nuclear isn't anywhere near as much as it used to be. It's actually pretty good now. I mean, like one to 1.5. It was like 1.4, I think. I'll round it off to. It's still something, but like given the size, like it's 30 gigawatts of nuclear right there. That's a lot of nuclear. Yeah, the multi-threaded fluid and heat makes such a difference. But yeah, I think it's mostly in the heat exchangers now because it's got to do so much work. What am I gonna do next? Kind of reaching that natural stopping point, approaching it. I need to deal with biters down there. I need to wall off down there. Need a wall off over here. With a base of this size, all the various things turning off and on. Load on the power system. Keeps changing. Yeah. In theory, the load's meant to be constant, but it isn't. I'm seeing a lot of congestion there. I really need to straighten this out. Maybe I will bend it. We'll see. We'll see. I want to move this down, because I want to connect that down to here. When putting landfill down, is there a way to make the cursor bigger? Yeah, plus and minus key. Usually number pad plus and minus. Is there landfill here? Yeah. So, numpad plus, minus. And that's about as how big it goes. Yeah, the heat and the fluid. What's the purpose of fish? Healing. That's their primary purpose. 3 only has 2? Would I save? Oh yeah, and make spidertrons. Number 3. Yeah, they make great spider brains. In the sense that they are spider brains. Alright, that's 4 of them. Got Spidertrons yet? Yeah, they're very late game. Yeah, it takes 1 raw fish to make them. It takes a lot to actually make these. I think future me goals is the outpost system. Bring in the outpost controller. New. Not a lot of anything. Right, Spidey. Most advanced AI in the game is a fish brain. Such a Gavorax thing to do. Really is. Is the most Gavorax thing I could possibly think of. How about here? It'd be nice if the spider actually built this crap. Or have you missing? No, you're not missing bots. Maybe he's just shy and waiting for this one, me to move over here. What move? No? What's going on with you? Hmm. How interesting. Alright, I think as they call walk straight line. Spider try. Yeah. Even the binders are technically smarter because they use some heuristics for pathing around lakes. Spiders don't do that. It's a no, is it? Stubborn spider. Wants to pick up trees. Doesn't want to place down turrets though. Weirdest thing. It should. I thought I saw. Yeah, it's got laser turrets and wall inside it. It's got bots, definitely. Got the stuff to do it. I mean, that spider. It's no longer lazy bots. It's lazy spiders. The construction queue is big, but it's not as big as it was. In fact, I think the outpost trains have. Yeah, it's almost. The outpost train's been busy. Like, that's almost built. Need to feed a fish. Maybe. Maybe I do. It'd be nice to get the construction queue actually down, finally. construction queue's been log jammed for ages. Spider is definitely lazy. Like, this thing has... Oh, there we go. It's got substations and everything on it. Its construction priority is really low, the spiders. So it tends to do things really slowly. It's interesting it hasn't picked up the pole yet. Oh, there we go. Yes, it's just a slow queue. Need to wait for, like, the copper smelter to get done. I think. Either that or just yell at it some more. Factorio out for tonight. Alrighty. Have a good one, Ulrich. There we go. Right now, I just got to encourage it to build things. So this one only just then got to that. Yeah, I think that's really interfering with it. Hmm. Got a lot of work to do. Yeah, a tiny little island there. What's the time? I think we're almost done anyway. I might leave the game going to get that done. It's just going to take some time. But yeah, I think we're done for now.